Stefan, it's your life's work to work with executives and really train them, really help them to be mentally tough. But when I think of a CEO, Stefan, I think of many great qualities. You know, they're able to overcome fear, they're able to be in control, they're able to not give in to temptation. So surely, especially when we're talking about these successful people, these skills are something they're born with, surely.
Yeah, I mean, on one side, they are born with, you think they are born with, because when they are in certain positions or situations, you think, wow, they are great and they must be born with that. Well, how can they achieve that? This is not possible for normal people, so they must be born with that. But in fact, they are not born with that, really, so they are trained. They've been training certain things, they have done certain things, they have maybe had failures in the past many times, failed, went up, did again something new, learn from mistakes. So they went up and increased and learned and learned and learned, always more and more. And that made them on one point as they are right now.
But when we talk about these skills, I mean, we're not talking about obvious skills like learning to drive. We're talking about maybe skills that, you know, we're good at or we aim to be good at subconsciously, right? So how do you really train people to clear the mind and focus? I mean, that seems unfathomable to me.
Also, it seems, but in reality, how I help those people to stay focused and stay that successful or to become more successful, it's an easy step way that I have experienced through my martial art, years in experience as a formal martial art expert. So I've developed a concept which is called focusing, concentration, and letting go. Those 3 steps need to be done in one combination.
Oh wow!
And maybe let me give you an example. Well, let's grab some.
I'm excited. I'm keen to.
Let's grab some. Do something for martial art. And I'll show you first what I'm talking about. Focus, concentration, and letting go can be with an exercise like that shown and trained in one time.
So we're bringing martial arts to the workplace. Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Let me prepare here. So putting that in there.
Let's putting that in there.
Good.
Let me give you a show. Hold
okay,
that very firmly. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in martial art, I learn those people, first place to be relaxed. Be relaxed, the muscles are calm, your chest is open, your breathing comes through your stuff. And then the second thing is you're being focusing on one point, and you go, for example, with two punches like that. Bam, 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 bam. But then at the same time, you need to be able to see the whole picture. So you need to be able to concentrate. Concentration for me also means to see the whole picture, to see also things and feel things that are going around, and not only focusing that.
So not only focusing on closing the deal, but also trying to be able to, you know, spot and see other opportunities along the way.
Exactly, because that's, in the end, that's the very successful people. They do that automatically. You kind of thinking, wow, why are they so confident, and why are they so relaxed? They seem to be so relaxed, and why are they so focused and still see the whole picture, the bigger picture. And that's something what you can very easily learn and do with an exercise like that. Well, look, maybe you want to try it. Let's have.
Yeah, and I mean, what's really interesting to me, I mean, maybe you can explain in just a moment, but you know, that you really separate focus and concentration. I mean, for me, more or less the same thing, but maybe in a minute you can explain exactly why, you know, focus is different from concentration. So, okay, so I need to be relaxed to punch well. Okay, relaxed.
I'm going to explain this.
So I need to focus.
Focus.
I need to relax.
You need to relax. You make your fingers strong. And then punch with 2. Yeah, doesn't matter. Just try and see
so relax.
how it goes.
It's not going to work if I'm too tense.
No, so it's you're very relaxed. Try to think of it's playful. It's not. It doesn't matter if it works or not. It's playful, and that's always the way how we should also go into meetings or something. Of course, it's important, but think in your head, in your back of your head, well, it's not that important, maybe. And then you're more confident. Try it. Just quick, yeah. Both. Yeah, very good. 1, tuck. And again, 2, and
focus on that point.
Focus on that point. Okay, one more time. And tuck. Wow, very good.
Okay, good. Okay. So how is focus different from concentration then? Just explain that to me.
Let me show you quickly. You could focus on something you could focus on a muscle. So you can train with a gym stick, for example, you can train 2 things. You can train on one side the focusing part, which needs you focus on one thing. Let me show you.
Okay.
Focus would be here, like you roll it, you focus on one muscle and you train that muscle. You train your biceps, for example. You totally focus on that bicep.
So you're just focusing on the bicep.
Just
one thing
focusing
only.
on that bicep.
Okay.
Shoulders are down, you open, you just focus on that bicep. Mentally, totally go into that.
But in life, I mean, it's a luxury to just focus on one thing, right?
Yeah.
We have to be multitasking all of the time and thinking about many things before they've even happened. So then, how do you then blur focus with concentration of everything?
Exactly. So that's why I have developed those 3 steps, because that's not reality that you only can focus. So reality is always something happens different. So that's why I'll show you first an exercise, how I'll teach this, for example, as an exercise, and I'll make you an example afterwards also what it could mean for life. So I'll show you the exercise for concentration. It's an exercise who involves more muscles in that way. And if something involves more muscles in your body, it also involves more parts in your brain. Because your body and your brain, your mental state, is not separated. So if you, for example, I'll give you another example. If you stay like that, then you also feel not very good. But if you open your chest, if you're relaxed, you also become, in your mind, you become
So we're trying to
powerful.
sync how we feel with actually how we think.
Genau. So the body compensates, so the body is mirroring in your mind, but opposite way also, your mind, how you think, how you feel, it's also picturing in your body how
And that's
you
the
think.
control.
That's the control. So
Confidence.
you can also feel or think very positive and very good, and it will show it in your body also. Let me come back to the exercise which shows concentration, which involves more muscles again.
Okay, so we're combining everything.
We're combining everything. More muscles.
Focusing on it all, concentrating on it all.
Concentration means more muscle. For example, an exercise like that. So you stay on one leg. That means balancing. Genau.
You've got to focus. You've got to focus.
It means balancing. Now you stretch your leg back. You stretch the arms forward. Means you need to focus on your core, on your stomach, on your lower back, on your balance, on your shoulders, on your leg, on your abs, on everything. So this is a very powerful, I call Superman's exercise, by the way. It's a very powerful exercise.
Also feel like Superman after.
And you need, and you need to concentrate, because your body needs to be in a whole context. For example.
I'm not entirely convinced though, Stefan. I mean, surely you don't suggest that, before, an executive has to go on stage and present, that he, performs this Superman exercise before he goes. There must be other ways that are quicker fixes to overcoming nerves.
I always use the technique which I call inflammation. Inflammation is something which the most people don't know, but the most people know affirmations. Affirmations are like you're talking to yourself. You're talking positive, like, yeah, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling strong, I feel healthy, I feel confident. So you're talking, I'm the best, I can do this. Okay. So you talk to yourself in a way. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, okay, well, hopefully it works, But inflammations are much more. And inflammation, it's the same thing. You're talking to yourself, but you use your whole body to that. For example, I'll give you an example. So you go like, yes, I can do this, yes. Yes, I will do this, and I will be full power and full confident, and I go for that. Yes, go for that. And now I do it. I'm going to do it. So you're really using your whole body and your voice. You're
really believing it now.
You believe it, because then it comes into you, and that you're strong, that you're self-confident, that you're relaxed. Comes into your body, but you use your body. You use your breathing. You use your clap on yourself a little bit, so you really make your whole body believe that, and straight away your mind changes, and you will feel like that.
So now we're going on to a topic of, believing it is achieving it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, and I think you have a technique to show in terms of how you can really make things happen.
Yeah, very good. Let me show you this one. Let me explain it maybe first, or let me ask you a question. Amanda, do you think you could move that key in my hand only with your thoughts? Only with the power of your thoughts, you could move that key in my hand from one side to another side?
No, don't be ridiculous. If I had that power, I probably wouldn't be here. But I feel like maybe you're going to show me or prove me wrong.
Well, let me show you something, and I'll explain afterwards what it means exactly to be able to do that. Let me show it to you. I have this key. Let me see. Of course, we need to hold it straight, so there is no movement in my arm to move the key. And now I'm focusing on it, concentrating. And now I'm focusing on it, concentrating and letting go. Those three things that we described before in one time. And look what happens. Here we go.
It's amazing.
It changed.
Okay, you've convinced me.
The process
Wow.
of doing something a bit crazy, maybe like that, is the process of your thoughts must be very strong and clear, and you must know you can do it.